We did it! Riddle Diddle's dead. Hallelujah. I'm not gonna get that because I'm a stubborn jerk. Oh wait, but I forgot about the visual storytelling in this room. This room contains the capsule that we saw the baby Metroid in, so it has been relocated. What the hell is going on? I think I'm just gonna get this because it looks like I've been my ability has been a little bit spotty on this string. I don't have anything to prove. I played this game a lot. Microwaving pasta at Deagle's house. All I was saying was, I saw a thumbnail for a video that said why I like Sonic 06. And then it said, colon, or was it like a slash? Gen Z's perspective. Maybe you guys heard this, but I don't know if you did. I was like, you're allowed to like Sonic 06, just don't bring all of us into it. The entire generation. You don't speak for me, friend. Wouldn't you like to hear Gen Z's perspective on Sonic 06? And discover that actually, from a certain point of view, it's the best game ever made. I mean, yeah, can you imagine? I can imagine people being like, oh, I can't believe that Gen Z actually likes Sonic 06. Not that these people are actually... probably aren't the sort to give it a lot of thought anyway. Gen Z does like Genshin Impact. I've heard good things about Genshin Impact. What do you mean, oh god? Who's Gen Z? Generation Z, it's like everyone born after in like the late 90s, I guess. Late 90s, early 2000s. That's Gen Z. Okay, we've got to get over to Torian to beat this game. I do know where all of the power-ups are, but I mean, I've done 100% runs of this game. It's just that I prefer the low percent because it's more challenging. It's more fun to see how I can blaze through areas quickly. Oh, it broke again? Oh. Maybe this was the wrong day. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little bit spotty. Not much I can do about that. Time to climb back up to the top. So I've kind of demystified this game somewhat by rushing through it really quickly. I mean, the thing that makes this game great is the process of figuring out all of this stuff and then replaying it with all of that knowledge. At least that's one of the things I really love about it. It's just so conducive to, you know, replaying the game. It's got a lot of replayability. I can't really speak much for or against League of Legends. I did meet the guy who made League of Legends, and it was a little awkward having not played his game. Oh. That was the only time when I kind of wish I had played a little bit of it. At least followed it somewhat. Yeah, maybe you should. Just so that I get what it is. I mean, I've seen League of Legends played before, but I didn't understand it. Your CeeLo is evolving. Celio? Or is it Celia? 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 Cynthia? These are the levels of analysis you have to have when you're playing Pokemon. Technically salivating game. Did you mean to say that? Technically salivating? I've never heard that. It's a pretty good phrase. My favorite games are always like these neatly packaged single player experiences. League of Legends is the Doritos of video games. Anyway, time to finish the game. I had a few stupid deaths. I may have one more. Hyperlight Drifter and Celeste are not anime games. But that's the irony of what you're saying. Right, a lot of the fun of this game is going back to these areas and just decimating every enemy that gave you trouble with. I will not take it back with your new power-ups. Yeah, and you can find this really early on. You can come here every time you beat a boss and see their eye thing shatter. That's what I did when I played it first. Playing Wonderful 101, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Chrono Trigger, all around the same time, sort of interchangeably. The juxtaposition between these three games is extremely strong. It's kind of amazing to play games that are just so drastically different from one another side by side. Celeste is the second or third best platformer. It's definitely, I think it's definitely one of the best platformers of all time. I don't know if I would go second or third, but it's up there. Witness the power of the defective R button. Is Mario Odyssey in the same category as Super Metroid? Or even Celeste? I mean, those three feel like different genres to me. What genre, like, who even knows what a genre is? Anyway, now we're fighting real Metroids. Being cloned from the last Metroid, as the lore goes. Super Metroid is my favorite platforming action video game because it's incredibly fluid. There's just so much experimentation with how you navigate and how you explore Samus's abilities. Just the wall jump alone, the process of figuring out that you can even do it and mastering it, which is so completely satisfying. That's worth the price of admission in 1994. I mean, Mario 3 is the best action platformer, like linear action platformer, obstacle coursey game. I like Celeste, but the, how do I put this? Oh well, here's the Super Metroid, the game's namesake. It's gonna kill me. Psych. This is the baby Metroid, mutated into that by the space pirates. And it recognizes the alarm from the very beginning of the game. Because you need to... Baby Metroid needs to hear the alarm when you're fighting Ridley. A jump, cappy throw, dive is a fun combo. Sometimes it feels like it's kind of the only combo. I mean, you can pull off some really fun wall jump things. Tropical Freeze is one of the best platformers. I think my 3 linear action platformers. I feel like 3D platformers are just so different. I'm gonna save here, even though you can't return, but I always start a new file anyway whenever I want to play this game, so. We're going for it. Yeah. Much like Breath of the Wild, I'd really like to see a Mario Odyssey that capitalizes even further on the combo potential, the experimentation of its mechanics. We got some evil Cheerios attacking us at this point in the game. And there she is, Mother Brain. Just gotta take her out and that's it. I played Tropical Freeze. I played it in 2014 when it came out. Well, that's it. Super Metroid, it's all wrapped up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, it's like the thunderstorm was pretty epic. Oh god. This whole sequence is one of my favorites. I mean, this is one of my favorite endings, along with everything. Shovel Knight top tier. For sure. Mother Brain is a cybernetic life form who just hit me with the hyper beam laser that's not gonna kill me because I have reserve tanks. On your first playthrough, it might seem obvious that mother brain just can't kill you, because you'll if you play the game normally, you'll pick up enough energy tanks to withstand it. If you play it like I do and go for a low percent, you'll definitely get killed by the hyper beam. Anyway, here's the baby Metroid coming to save us. This was so awesome when I first played it. One does not simply become healed by a Metroid. Metroids are evil. What? Yeah, I mean, this is the best kind of cutscene in an action game. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing that Metroid just completely excels at in the early games. And hey, I was talking about how I was playing Metal Gear Solid 3 and loving it. I can go for a good cutscene too. Got the snapback on the neck. Just like the tables turn so sharply, so drastically, so completely. And Mother Brain is no more. Ness absorbed the power of the land into his heart, and Mother Brain was no more. Time offset. And the game ends the way it began. Snake Eater does have the best cutscenes as a whole that I've seen in the series. I've played all of 1. I know a lot of 2. I haven't finished 2 because for various reasons. That would be bizarre if this sequence had the Sanctuary Guardian theme in there. Though I might have liked a remix of the original Metroid Escape theme, but I mean this one it's perfect for this game. Yeah! Alright, we'll save the animals. Oh yeah, they always take out the alarm sound effects. Time to save some animals. Now you can meet these animals in the game if you're playing normally. Running all over the place, they'll teach you special techniques like the Shine Spark. The game was inspired by Deagle for sure. I mean, I don't really know where this game would be without Deagle. In fact, every character in this game is actually an allegory for Deagle. Every character spells out Deagle's name. You got D for Dragon, and you don't really need me to explain the rest of it because it's just so obvious. Over and out. I hope that's true. And there there it goes. One of the weird things about this ending to me is this thing that's coming up. You get a little pixel on the right for the, for the escaped animals on the wrecked ship. The operation was not completed successfully. Yeah, you tell him, Selma. The operation was not completed successfully. We didn't recover the baby Metroid. I mean, destroying the space pirates was definitely a big win, but I don't know if I would call that a success. It's a pretty bittersweet ending. This is one of the few... yeah, didn't die. Well, I did die a couple of times, but not in camera. This is one of the few games that... the few game series, especially at the time, that had this running plot. Like, this was a narrative arc through the series. We take out the space pirates, then the Galactic Federation sends Samus to SR-388 to destroy the rest of the Metroids. Find the last Metroid. Like, there was a running thread that basically never happened in, like, console action games, especially. We come here, the last Metroid is stolen and mutated and cloned. Mother Brain is annihilated for good. I could talk a bit about, so some of the thematic stuff, but I don't know, I feel like it would be kind of shoved in here. That's better served for some other playthrough or discussion where I could really dig into it. Cliff Notes version. At the beginning we hear Samus talking about this adventure in the past tense. As you play through the game, you might not really feel like you are the bounty hunter that is shown in the flashbacks, where Samus is just destroying Mother Brain and picking up the last Metroid. You don't have all the expertise that she does as the bounty hunter. It's Gunpei Yokoi. And only when you finish the game fast enough do you actually see Samus. I know it's a bit of a gray area, but I think it's cool that you have to... It could have been handled a little more tastefully, but... Oh, Gunpei with a Y? Yeah, she shot you. Yeah, if you beat the game slow enough, you're not actually going to see the character you're playing as. I think that seeing Samus at the end kind of represents how you actually represented the character by playing well enough. But anyway, that's the long and short of it. That's Super Metroid. I think that's pretty much the third strongest game ever made. The spelling of Gunpei varies, I guess. It is a Japanese name. And yeah, you're definitely right, Salman. I think that one of the big appeals of Metroid for me is the way that it straddles the line between Mario and Zelda sensibilities, with adventure and exploration, but also the platforming action. And it, gels them in this sort of subtle, Giger-esque package, which is wonderful. One of the best games out there. Porky Pig. Anyway, that's about it for today. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime does it very well, absolutely. But Metroid Prime also isn't as good a game as Super Metroid at all. I'm sorry. It's my... One day I'll talk about it. Anyway, that's it. See you guys next time for Chrono Trigger. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.